Hello, Facebook and YouTube and everybody online. I'm Jen Wilner with Secretary Central and Business Connects today, and I'm your host, the host of the Business Connects Meet the Members series. Today we have with us, joining us today is one of our members from one of our newest chapters, Wayne Zuhl. And Wayne is the, goodness, forgive me, Wayne. Wayne is a broker associate with Remax First Realty 2. He is also the chairman of the Clark Chamber of Commerce. And he is also the past president of the Fanwood Scotch Plains Rotary Club. So why are we coming to you? You're probably wondering. So Business Connects, if you're not familiar with us, we are a business relationship networking organization, and you can find out more about us on our website at businessconnectsnj.com. I am Jen Wilner. I'm the co-founder, and my fearless co-leader, co-founder is Jill Ryan. You can find out more about us on the website. And hey, Marvin, nice to see you. Hi, Leah. Thanks so much for joining us today. So as I was saying, Business Connects, we are 8 chapters strong. We meet in person and online using Zoom when we're online. We have chapters within New Jersey, but we also have chapters on Zoom that meet in the morning and at lunch and in the evening. So that if you're not in New Jersey and you're joining us from, let's say, Texas or California, there is a group for you so that you can connect with the members pretty much at any time of day. We do have some members from out of state, out of New Jersey. So let's get started. I'm very excited for you all to meet Wayne and learn more about him. So without further ado, let's give a warm Business Connects welcome to my friend, Wayne Zuhl.
Good afternoon.
Hey,
how are you, Jen?
Great to see you. Thanks
Excellent.
So much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So we're going to have a little fun to start.
Okay.
All right. So everybody, it's a crazy day. I just need to say this. So it's Friday, March 26th, 2021. It's about 74 degrees out here in New Jersey and very windy. So if we go off air for whatever reason, just hang tight. We will come back on. I mean, the wind is like crazy. It's like Toto. We're in Kansas right now, but it's, hey, ever since last March, it's been like this, right? Like, you never know. We just got to roll with the punches and go with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Wayne, some fun questions for you.
Okay.
Springsteen or Bon Jovi?
Oh, wow. Okay. It's funny. I would normally say Bon Jovi, but I was never a Springsteen fan until recently, and I'm starting to really get into him. So I got to go Springsteen.
All right. Fantastic. When travel opens up, where's the first place you would go?
It could be Virginia Beach, just to go to the beach somewhere nice, or Vermont, one of the two.
Okay. Totally.
Places with a V.
If it's really hot, north, right?
it gets warm up there.
Oh, okay. Cool. Favorite ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
Yum. If you could have only one book on a desert island, what book would that be?
That's a tough one because I read a lot of books, but I'm probably going to say The Da Vinci Code just because it's a fun, interesting book.
Oh, I'm right with you. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Favorite TV character?
Michael Scott from The Office.
Yes, we have so much in common. All-time favorite food?
Barbecue. Anything barbecue.
All right, sounds good. Favorite beverage?
Scotch.
Any kind of particular brand?
The Macallan. That's my favorite.
I'm not a Scotch person, but I've got a lot of friends who like Macallan. All right. Last thing you binge watched.
The Queen's Gambit.
We have so much in common. Wasn't that a fantastic show?
It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. It was a great show.
And I'm waiting for them to like do a
second season.
Yes, yeah. My words escaped me. Favorite app, business or personal?
That's a tough one. I'm probably going to say Waze or Google Maps because that's the one I use the most.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Waze.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely a Waze person. And tell us one thing that's not on your LinkedIn profile.
I'm an avid amateur astronomer, so I'm outside with my telescopes when it's clear and dark, and I'm either looking or taking pictures of the sky.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Well, since we're connected online, I see a lot of those pictures, so thank you. I appreciate them.
Thank you.
So besides all these kind of fun questions, tell us something about you personally that you'd like to share with us.
Well, sure. I am married. I have two adult kids. One's a firefighter in Newark, and the other is works in food science and is going to be graduating law school this summer. And my wife is a teacher. She's a middle school science teacher, and we have a couple interesting pets. We have Peanut, the dog, who's a 85-pound pit bull, and thinks she's a 20-pound lap dog.
Of course.
And the other pet is Pecker, who's a chicken. And we used to have more, but we didn't eat them, but they didn't make it over the years. And she's the only one we have left, but we still have the one chicken in the coop, and she still lays eggs, and she's kind of fun.
And so when Pecker lays eggs, are they you eat the eggs?
We used to, not anymore. Now we feed them back to her or the dog usually.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Are they regular eggs or are they brown eggs?
They're brown. They're brown.
Brown eggs.
Yeah, they taste the same.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Pretty cool. Do you have to have a lot of space to do something like that, like outside?
Not really.
No.
My backyard's not. I mean, I'm on a 1/4 acre, and so my backyard's not that big.
Okay. Very cool. I'm glad we learned that. That's pretty awesome. So Wayne, what prompted you to join RE/MAX First Realty 2?
Okay. Well, that's a good question because the first almost 14 years that I was in the business, I was with two different companies, one for 11 years and one for about 3 years. And the reason that both of those companies were small, kind of mom and pop shops. They weren't a franchise. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I got to a place in my career where I needed more than that. I needed more resources and more support to better service my clients. So that was the main reason that I decided to go to RE/MAX, because they had so many great tools and resources available. And I'm still learning them. I've been there for, 6 weeks now, and I'm still learning all the new things.
That's fantastic. And would you say how is this within the past year, this new economy and the way things have been going, how's it affected your business?
It's been crazy. Listings are flying off the shelf. There's the inventory is so low right now, and they're calling it a trifecta, that you have low inventory, you have low interest rates, and you have millennials making up about 70% of the buyers that are out there. And because of that, they're buying, and it's getting very competitive. So if you're looking to buy a house now, have to know that you're probably going to pay above list price, and there's probably going to be a bidding war. And if you're selling your house, it's a phenomenal time, because you put it on the market, and when you list with an agent, you put it on. It goes really quick. I know somebody recently, a neighbor, tried to go for sale by owner, and they tried it for 3 months, and it didn't work, and they hired an agent and got it sold in 3 days.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of work for sale by owner. But
if people knew what was involved with that, Jen, you have to be licensed by the state to sell other people's real estate. And it's like that for a reason. There's so many little intricacies and things involved that, most people wouldn't even know where to begin when it comes to doing for sale by owner, where they would need to, the documents they would need and the certificates from the town and how to go about getting them. There's a lot involved.
Yeah, it's not a hobby. It's not something you just learn, overnight kind of thing. Even when you go to school and get your license and everything.
It takes years. And, I learned it was trial by fire, and which is a great way to learn. But anyone who knows me knows I'm very by the book, and I'm a rule follower. Those things are great because, well, it's what I like. It's what I like. So I was going off on a tangent. I don't know.
No, it's great. It's great. And then any thoughts on keeping up with your daily routine and how that's been helping your business?
With that, I do have a routine. I'm a slave to the Google Calendar, which is probably my favorite non-phone app, although it is on the phone. I put everything on there. We have everything on the Google Calendar. So I know when I have meetings. I know when I have appointments. I know when I have to bring the garbage down to the street, or when the dog has to get her heartworm medication. It's the Google Calendar has made life so much easier, especially since the pandemic started, because that really changed how I do business.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And so I have to ask you, so I'm very much in like with you with the Google Calendar, where all the calendars have different colors. And do you use the tasks and reminders functionality too?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. And I have my wife's calendar on there, so we each know what each other's doing. It's great.
Yeah, it's very, very helpful. I mean, when you're running multiple businesses, and even, your family, and then you have this and you have that, and it's very helpful. And you have to be organized. I mean,
yes.
I think in the past, especially within this past year, with all kinds of things being thrown at us, and emotions and health, and the more, would you agree that the more organized that you stay, the calmer and more productive that you are?
Totally. Yeah. I find that sometimes if I get in a rut, then I clean my desk. And my version of clean is probably very different from yours, but I get rid of the junk, and I only have what I need out.
Yeah.
And doing that really helps to clear the brain. It gets rid of those the psychic demons, the site that get in there and prevent you from doing other things. So you got to clear your brain once in a while to make the pathway easier.
Right. And I mean, and talking about that, because we have like mental clutter, and then we have physical clutter. I mean, you can't see all the piles. I have lots of piles, but I have an organizer. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to get one of those plastic organizers for my desk and label it to help me stay a little organized. Also, so that you can just make a pile and move it to the side so you can focus on the task at hand, right? Hey, Jill.
Yes.
But with your business, you have so many different kinds of properties that you sell, that you have to be knowledgeable about selling single family, multifamily, different areas, different.
Correct.
I just know your hashtags and your keywords. So, but that's like having tabs open in your brain.
Well, yeah. And, because I do, 90% of my business is residential, but I do a little bit with business brokerage and commercial as well. I've sold a few businesses for people and done some commercial property, which is fun because it's a lot less emotional than residential. But it's a different ball game altogether. and you really have to have some experience doing it. It's not something you can start right out of the gate doing it if that's the only thing you're going to do. But it's a lot to learn, and it's a different animal. So having the organizational skills to do that, and now actually one of the great things about Remax is we're paperless. So everything is online.
And do you ever get that feeling? I mean, I need to touch paper. A lot of what I do is paperless, but I still sometimes I need to bust out that highlighter.
And I've always got a pen and paper nearby so I can scribble notes down that I'll never be able to read because I have the worst handwriting. I can't read my own handwriting. But I do that, and then I go back. If I go back quickly, it's good, and then I'll actually either email it to myself or put it in a Word document so I can go back and get it later.
Right. So I'm just going to share my screen for a second. So for anybody who is just now joining us, I'm Jen Wilner, and joining me today is Wayne Zuhl. This is the Business Connects Meet the Members interview series. And Wayne is our guest today. Wayne is not only a member, but he is the leader of our newly founded Business Connects Clark chapter that meets Monday mornings on Zoom. And if you take a look, if you want to learn more about us, just take a look at our website. It's businessconnectsnj.com. Here's our homepage. And if you click through to, we have our events, information about membership. Find your chapter. We have a blog. So I'm going to take you into here. You can learn more about Wayne. And you can see our blog, which Wayne is an avid blogger. A big benefit with Business Connects, if you like to write or you have a lot of content, is having the opportunity to share it on our website. So here's one of Wayne's recent blogs about the step-by-step process to sell your home. And when this interview was over at about 4:00 this afternoon, this interview will be featured here on the blog at the top. It's going to look just like this. You feel like you're hanging out with Wayne and I. And
didn't I send you a new post?
Yes, you did. Okay. Yes, you did. I promise I'll get it up there.
Okay.
I'll get it up there. Okay. One kind of last question. What do you think? How's your involvement with Business Connects? Do you have anything I know you're a newer member with us, but any reflection on what your membership has been like and how it's impacted your business?
Well, I haven't had a huge impact on the business from it yet, but that takes time, and I'm not really worried about that. What I really like is that there's a bunch of different meetings that I can choose to go to or not go to, but I try to get to as many of them as I can because it can't hurt to get your face in front of people and talk to people. And, one of the great things about networking and having a good networking group behind you, especially for me, is your resources for me. I mean, I'm not here to sell your house. I'm here to be a resource for you. So when somebody that's looking to buy or sell a house, that I'm the person that you think of. And, when I know someone who needs, appliances or nail polish, I know where to go, and, there's some great people here and I've gotten to know, I've known Jill forever. And there's a bunch of other people here that I've known for several years. And it's just great to be in a formal, not super formal, but a formal networking environment. And it's fun. And I'm really looking forward to some of the in-person meetings that are going to be coming up.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to going out and having dinner and getting out there. So, Wayne, do you want to plug the Clark chapter for a second? For anybody who's listening, who's not familiar with us, what kind of members are you looking for to join the Clark chapter?
Well,
or you would like to connect with?
Sure. We have a lot of people. I know there's some people who don't come on Zoom. And, hopefully when we start meeting in person, they'll show up. But, any tradesperson is phenomenal. There's a ton of business for tradespeople, anybody from a, termite company, contractor, landscaper. It's amazing how much business they can get through networking. But it would be great to have, maybe a chiropractor, somebody in the supplements, someone who does, health supplements, somebody who, we don't have a regular financial advisor really that shows, well, yeah, no, we don't have anyone on Mondays. So having somebody like that, an accountant would be great. I know this is a tough time of year to get accountants to do anything, but
yeah, maybe after May.
Yeah, but an accountant would be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I've had accountants that I've worked with that have been great referral sources, and vice versa.
Right.
Having a printer. Although we have Jim Mooney, who's a printer, and he often shows up on Mondays. But a company that does promotional items would be great on a Monday.
Yep.
There's pretty much anybody, a home inspector. Having a couple of attorneys would be phenomenal. Real estate attorney would be great. A state attorney. In fact, I have a real estate attorney in mind, and I'll have to give you her info.
Fantastic. So there's lots of room for growth, especially with Clark, to get people in there. And if you're watching, if you're not familiar with Business Connects, we are not a one business per industry kind of group. So we have a couple different realtors. We have a bunch of insurance professionals, and there could be two within one group because people do business with people. It's not, oh no, I feel pressured that I have to work with so-and-so. It's, how you connect with that person. And everybody has their unique attributes to how they approach things. So not every realtor is really busy on social media. And that's what I can imagine that really helps you get exposure and building.
Social media, yes. Yeah. Facebook in particular has been wonderful for my business.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Well, Wayne, thank you so much for joining me today.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you, everybody else. Again, I'm Jen Wilner. This is Meet the Members of Business Connects Live. Please check out our website, businessconnectsnj.com, to learn more about us. And next week, we have another member. I believe it's going to be Janet Zerpola. We'll be talking about travel and what's going on with travel nowadays. So stay tuned and please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. See you next week. Until then, stay safe. And it was great seeing you, Wayne. Thank you.
Thank you.